What's going on, brothers and sisters, melanated gods of Earth? Today, I want to have a conversation about our former colonizers, the Dutch, from the Netherlands. They showed up during the European quest to save itself from the Dark Ages, and they did unspeakable things across Africa and in South Africa specifically. And since they've arrived, they've been waiting for the day upon which the blacks finally ruin this country, and so on and so forth. But, ironically, the strangest things would happen, as fate would have it. We are seeing Europe implode. We're seeing Western societies collapse. Europe, as we speak, is at war with Russia. It's at war with itself. It's at war with the people, economically, spiritually. And of all the things that could happen, we are watching white South Africans go on and on about how trash our government is here in South Africa, how corrupt South Africa is. It's always on the verge of collapse. It's always on the verge of failed state. And yet, we are seeing European nations be the ones collapse. With British governments running around like headless chickens, now we see the Dutch. The Dutch government itself, brothers and sisters. And from this day, I don't want to hear anything from Europeans, or rather, every time I hear racist white South Africans go on and on about our country going down the drain and foreign people, either white South Africans or non-South Africans in general, complain about South Africa and how it's going down the drain, all I would think about is what's going on in Europe, and that they are lying, misdirecting, and it's just funny for them to see black nations rise while they fall. But let's have a look at what's going on over there. The Dutch government collapses.
In The Hague, crowds gathered outside the Prime Minister's office at the Binnenhof. The Netherlands' longest-serving leader resigned from his fourth term in office because of disagreements over immigration between coalition partners.
Today, unfortunately, we have to conclude that those differences are irreconcilable. That is why I will immediately offer the resignation of the entire cabinet to the King in writing. I will, of course, also send a copy of that request for dismissal to the House of Representatives.
Since January 2022, Mark Rutte has led a coalition government comprising four parties from the right and centre. For months, the government had been trying to find an agreement on reducing the flow of migrants entering the country. This week, the Prime Minister...
The funny thing is, they themselves, by centuries of colonialism and extraction, caused the eventual economic circumstances and socio-economic reasons by which Africans and other migrants from other countries have been flooding in. With NATO, they devastated the Middle East. Now the one acts surprised when people from the Middle East are coming through. They refuse to give back reparations to Africa and all the resources. Now the one acts surprised when Africans are coming through to collect. On top of them having an aging population, the last thing they need is less people at the factories. But with them aging out of the workforce and refusing to allow in foreign migrants to preserve the white supremacist ways, we will see what happens.
Tried to push through a plan to restrict family reunification for refugees in the Netherlands. The plan included a cap on the number of relatives of war refugees allowed into the country, but two of the four-party coalition were not prepared to further tighten the policy for asylum seekers. Mark Rutte's resignation opens a period of uncertainty for the Dutch.
It happened suddenly, the news came that the government is going to fall, and now it happened. I am worried what the future will bring regarding politics.
Immigration, also finances. We are not one of the most thrifty countries, and I hope that the next cabinet will come with more will to get things done.
The next cabinet probably, but we are seeing a cycle here with Britain unable to maintain a government, and now the Dutch. Who knows what's next? Ooh, also the French. Ooh, the French. France is on fire. France is on fire, people. After protest after protest, first the pension situation. Now, because of a whole host of migrant situations, they shot an African boy. So we're just seeing Europe implode. And we're here for it.
A new round of elections will take place in mid-November. In the meantime, Rutte's coalition will stay on as caretaker government. The outgoing Prime Minister has not yet decided whether he will run for office a fifth time.
And yet our colonizers here in South Africa still want to act like they could have done better. So whatever they can say about South Africa's state of being, I can tell you now, I would rather be a South African with our troubles than what's coming for Europe, because it's a whole new dark age over there. But let me know what you think in the comments below, brothers and sisters. Stay royal, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.